Hey fellow gamers, it's Cozy Mel and I am here with another Palia video for you. What we're trying to do with these hidden secret Easter egg videos is help the people that just started on Switch to catch up on some of the things that we got to do back when Palia went to open beta in August. And so some of these, the videos for them would be really old, or you might not even find them. And so we want to make this new little set of videos to help you guys catch up on some of the little hidden treasure type things that you can do. And so on this one, we are in the flooded fortress, and I'll show it to you on the map. We are in Bahari Bay. We started out in the northern half of Bahari Bay at the flooded steps area, and that's kind of close to the outskirts travel sign. And then you can follow the road that goes down into the flooded fortress, and as you're coming in and getting ready to go down the stairs into the sunken part, instead you can turn right and kind of climb up and around, and you will end up where I am right now. And this is so that you can fly to the second level of this temple, because if you're down on the ground in the sunken part, you can't get to this part of the level. So what we're gonna hope we can do is fly there. Yay. Okay, I think that we made it. From that spot, you can barely make it, but we did make it. So then we're going to go up here, and we are on the second level of this temple. Now there is a place right there that's like a hallway, and you can't reach this spot from that central hallway that has a roof over it. You can if you get all the way to the very top, but I find it a little bit easier to just do it the way that we just did it. Okay, and then you're going to go down these stairs, and what we're looking for is the basement. But in order to get to the basement, you have to get up to the top first. It's just the way it works. But you follow your way around, go through the arched doorway here, and then you're going to turn right and go down these stairs, and then the stairs split, and you can go either way, right or left. And you will go on down farther, and you are in the very sunken basement of the building where the water is coming in. And what you'll see here is a phoenix statue. So the statue of the phoenix looks like it has an item on the front that we should be able to interact with, but so far we're not interacting with it. But if we go around the back, we're going to see a jar right here, and it will start to glow. So we can push F on this vase and search it. Byron, you got that? Okay, good, cool. Okay, so we both got it. And if you look in your bag, it will show you that you got an old coin. It says it's an ancient human coin. And the front depicts a crowned man's head and the back a phoenix, okay? And so what we have to do is figure out what to do with that coin. And at first that may involve asking questions of some of our NPCs to see if they know anything about it. But before we go back to Kilima, I want to show you another quest line. This is a little area that is an altar kind of thing, and you can read it. It says respects are returned in kind. And it has 4 candles, and each candle says something different. My wisdom was lost in the ruins, and my wisdom was lost in the sea. Do you already have these, Byron? My wisdom was found in the earth, and my wisdom was lost in the stars. And those are your 4 clues. And what you'll have to do is go pay your respects at 4 kind of little small phoenix type statues that are scattered around. And so we'll have to find those. And we might as well do both of these things at the same time. So that's what we're doing tonight. We are back in Kilima, and Byron has found Zeki and trapped him in his store so that we can talk to him before he wanders off. So if we go to Zeki, then we can show him that we found an old coin. And he says, hot diggity, you found one too. I'll tell you what, since you and me seem to have similar interests, I'll let you in on a secret, something that I found. And then he tells you about Bahari Bay and the Phoenix statue, and curiosity got the better of him. So he went down there and he stuck the coin in the mouth of the statue. And I already pointed out to you that there looks like a little interaction place on the statue. And it spit out a piece of paper, and he says he can't read the piece of paper. So, since it's, I guess, in human writing, we can read it, and it says, no mere flesh can withstand the ravages of time. So, wow, do you think it's a fortune teller? Human civilization did collapse and all, but there's got to be more to it. So, maybe we should work together and we can both come out on top. That's Zeki all the way. It's always what he says. So, anyway, I am just talking with him, having a conversation with him that you can read, all of that dialogue, because I always talk to the NPCs when I haven't talked to them that day. So, all right. So now we know what to do. We are going to go use that Phoenix statue as if it's a gumball machine and stick our penny in it. Okay, we are back in the flooded fortress, and we are exactly where we started earlier before we jumped into the tunnels. So they give you a circle and they say you're going to find these coins in this circle. Well, the circle includes the entire flooded steps. So it would be nice to have a little bit better clue than that. But we are up on top of that same ramp that we jumped to when we came here earlier, and there is a vase, and we can open the vase and get a coin. Did you do that, Byron? Not yet? Okay, if you want to grab that vase. And then I usually try to jump up on top of this little rock at the end, just to give me that extra little bit higher before I try to fly over. Because you just barely make this. And it's not the kind of wall that you can climb if you flat first, you land your face first flat into the wall. It doesn't work. Okay, so we are back up here, the same spot I showed you before, and we will go down into the basement of this building the same way that we went before. And Zeki wants us to go treat this thing like a coin-operated gumball machine. So that's what we're going to do. And right now we should have 2 coins. So I'm going to go up to it and push F. And it gave me a fortune. And I'm going to put F again. And it gave me fortune number 2. And then I'll let Byron do his while you guys watch. And then if we look in our bag, we have fortunes. So you can actually read the fortunes. And for millennia, humankind has searched for the key to immortality, is what that one says. And the other one, you can read it, and it says, finally, after much sacrifice, our intrepid researchers have found a solution deep in the heart of the forest. Okay. So that is 2 coins in so far. Okay, now we have gone to that center hallway I pointed out earlier when we were up above, and I said we could jump down into the center hallway, but it wouldn't help us get to the first coin because it wasn't going to get us out high enough, but it does get us high enough to get to this third coin. And it is on top of a column out here. And apparently it is not all that easy to reach the top of this column from down below. So we're going to try to fly there, and I may miss. Oh, thank goodness. Made it. Okay, so it says to search the base, so we will. And that should be coin number 3. And there's Byron Lance catching up to us, so he can grab the vase. You got it, buddy? All right. Now we just have one more to do. As promised, we are back in the basement of the building where the Phoenix statue is to get our one last fortune. So we're going to go over and put in that third coin that we found. And our last fortune will come out. And I'll let Byron get over there and do his. And then we can look in our bag and we will have another scroll. And we can read it. And it says, Dr. Fortuna's all-natural mushroom-infused age-defying multivitamin is now available at a store near you. Present this coupon to save 10% on your first bottle. Okay. Can anybody say snake oil? I think that we have been tricked. Regardless, I guess we'll go talk to Zeki about it. In the meantime, these 4 candles represent the 4 fortunes that you will go read about when you find the small statues throughout Palia. And I can show you where those are too, but we'll go ahead and go back to Kilima and end this quest first. We are back in Kilima Village in the center of Kilima. Well, you know where that is, but I'll show you on the map anyway. This is Kilima Village. We are in Zeki's store and we are talking to Zeki. He's got the flag over his head. So he is our quest objective, and we are going to say, here are the rest of the messages. And he is laughing his butt off because he knows this is a snake oil advertisement. And he said if the person was still alive 10,000 years later, he would downright applaud their business savvy. So anyway, he is giving us a lucky coin for our trouble, and he also gave us 10 renown, which is very nice. So we did get rewarded somewhat for doing this because you can use that gold coin to put into this machine over here, which I call the gumball machine. Everybody else knows it's the lucky box. So you can put your coin in there and see if you get 1 wheat seed or if you get a gold bar. You know, it can be as varied as that. Anyway, we are going to have to go back over to Bahari Bay so I can show you where the statues are to finish the other quest. Okay, so we are looking for the 4 little tiny statues. And if you've been watching my videos, you've been to this exact spot before because right here is where we found one of the treasure chests that had a Storm Seeker medallion in it when we were looking for those. And I'll show you on the map. This is a little area of ruins right here. And you can see it's the only place on the map down here in the southern part of Bahari Bay that looks like little watery ponds and has some little vegetation and then little pieces of ruins, okay? It's like a ruin field or archaeological field right here. So you can come here from Hideaway Bluffs or you can come here from Windy Ruins. I come from Hideaway. It's a little simpler. And then if you're right here looking at this corner, there's a little tiny statue right there, okay? So we're gonna take a jump over here, see what we can see. And this is our little statue. And I think it's a statue of a dragon, but it might be a statue of a phoenix. Hard to say. If I am lost defending what I love, I shall live on in it forever. So that's your quotation that you find from this little statue. Okay, so that's the one that's down here in this area right there. Okay, and then we're going to move on and find the next one. Now we have found ourselves in the southern area of Bahari Bay still. And we are all the way past the Windy Ruins, almost to reach the ocean. And there's a big log here. And we can go around the log. and this vegetation and kind of a little rock there, hollow log, and step on out into the water where these mushrooms are coming out of the rocks. Turn right, and there she is. So this is the statue that you need to get to, and I can show you on your map. Here's the windy ruins, and in the southern half of Bahari Bay, it's as far east and south as you can go, past the windy ruins and out to the edge of the ocean, actually a few steps into the ocean. Right here, circle, circle. And that's where we find it, and we can read it. It says, "Even when I am lost, the beauty of the waves keeps me company." Okay, so we have found that one, and we'll go to the next one. All right, here we are almost to Tamala's house. Okay, so we're in northern Bahari, up past the outskirts and kind of toward the thorny thicket, and Tamala's beautiful, cute little house location. She may be a witch, but she sure has a cute house. Anyway, I can show you on the map that we are between the two bridges. There are two bridges that cross the river to go to Tamala. One of them's kind of, the hollow log thing. Anyway, we are kind of smack dab in between those two, overlooking a bluff. And the bluff drops off into the river, and then you would get to Tamales. But up here, right where my little circle is going around my marker, right here on the map, that's where you want to see. If you turn to the right a little bit, your statue is right here. So it's just up here, probably to tell you not to go to Tamales. No, just kidding. Okay, so we read the inscription. It says, "When I lose myself in the sky, I remember how even small things can make a big impact." So that's our advice from that statue. And we have one more, and it's by Proudhorn. This is the final location. So we are almost finished with all of this crazy nonsense. So if you guys have hung in there this long, God love you and thank you. I appreciate you watching the video, and I hope it's helping you. I will show you on the map. We are at Proudhorn Pass, and this is the Proudhorn geyser that shoots you up in the air, and this is where we used to go to get pallium. But now they have changed it to where pallium spawns in regular iron ore spots just very, very rarely. So it's RNG, and it's a little difficult right now to find, but it used to spawn here. So you may be familiar with this location. But when you want to come in here, what I do is I take the travel board over here to the Bahari Central Station, and then I wander around this way, which is downhill and then into a cave. And this cave at the bottom is how you get into the geyser. So I'm circling, circle, circle. This is where we are on the map, okay? I guess you can tell that I was a teacher. Anyway, we will wander on in here, and over to your left, you will see the final statue in this hunt. And we will read the inscription. It says, "I explore to become lost. In those moments, I find myself again." Okay, I explore to become lost, and in those moments, I find myself again. Very sage advice. Okay, so this is a hidden secret quest where you had to go around and find all four of these statues and read the little piece of advice that they give you. And now, as I'm sure you can guess, we will be heading back to the flooded fortress. And we will probably be needing to jump down into that building, the flooded building, and get down into the basement of it. So we will go head that direction. We have found ourselves back in the basement of the temples the same way that we did before when we were putting our coins in this nice little gumball machine and getting our little pieces of paper out of it that turned into a snake oil salesman. And if you turn around like you're going to go back up the stairs to leave, boom, you are looking at that same little altar that had the 4 candles that started you on the quest to go see the 4 statues, and you have a chest. So you can loot it and you get the rose madder tile floor. So you get the treasure chest to keep, as always, and you get a flooring for your house that you cannot buy anywhere else, even for 25,000 gold in Zeki's secret basement store, like you can certain wallpapers that shall not be named. Um, this is a flooring that is really nice. It goes with so many things. It looks great in your house. And there is no way to buy it. You cannot spend enough gold to get it. And it can only be gotten by doing this little secret quest line. So it's a fantastic way to have something in the game that nobody else has unless they have found this secret little Easter egg quest line and gone and done it. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you were able to follow it and follow my map directions and get some of these things for yourself. And if so, I hope you will like and subscribe and ring that bell so you know whenever I have another video dropping. I've only been at this a month, and so every one of you that subscribes helps me just so, so much, and I appreciate you all. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.